on a day-to-day basis, and that life is so moving so fast that we seem not to concentrate and not to even remember that mindful breathing is an essential practice that can help us de-stress, that can help us be more creative, that can help us feel more relaxed and feel in tune with our body. Mindful breathing is so important that we tend to think of thoughts that can cause us stress and anxiety. So with mindful breathing, it helps us to overcome stress and anxiety. And as I said before in a previous episode, that distraction is the killer of all creativity. And if we are always distracted and forget about mindful breathing and forget about breathing, then we'll never be able to distress ourselves. We'll never to feel less anxious and less stressful. So mindful breathing really helps you deal with that. Usually in our practices for mindful breathing, we usually inhale, we hold, we exhale, we hold. So this is usually how things are done. And you should do this like every hour. When you're working, you should take like 5 minutes break and really pay close attention to your breath. You have to really pay close attention to your breath. Why? Because you want to experience the life-giving process that comes from inhaling, holding, exhaling, and holding. God has given us this gift, and we should always receive it and always give it back. As my mentors in India would say, we're in the process of giving and receiving. So when someone comes to your house and gives you a gift, you take it with grace, with humbleness, and with joy. You open your gift, and of course, and you're so happy and everything. And when it comes to the time for you to go and give a gift to another person, this is the time of giving, and the breathing process is the same thing. In all our meditation, and like I talked about in last episode about the importance of meditation and the different kinds of meditation, mindful breathing is essential in our meditation process. Any mindfulness practice cannot work without the breath. Why? Because the breath here acts as a anchor. It acts as a point of focus. And it is really important to focus. In mindful practicing, focusing is essential. Acknowledging and knowing that you are present is really, really important. So mindful breathing offers to us a lot of health benefits that we might not seem too keen to know about. Again, I try to do this many times. I try to breathe many times, especially when I'm really stressed, especially when I feel that tension, that level of anxiety going so high up. I try and breathe. And if you take, for example, 3 deep breaths, 3 honest deep breaths, then your anxiety will lessen and will reduce. So what are these lovely benefits that we talk about? First of all, mindfulness promotes creativity. Yes, when you breathe deeply and you really concentrate and focus on a certain issue, like for example writing, if you breathe deeply and you concentrate, creativity will start to flow from yourself. You will start to write beautifully. If you write books, if you promote your poetry, things will become so beautiful and so amazing just by a simple act of mindful breathing. That is number 1. Number 2, boosts immunity. The problem that we faced as a human race during the pandemic is that our immune system is so weak. It has been weakened by all the pollution and all the junk food that we eat and all the unhealthy lifestyles that we live, that our immunity has decreased drastically, and we are attracting and taking on contagious diseases and chronic, and where it becomes really chronic. So our second benefit for mindful breathing is boosting immunity, and this is really important. I mean, such a benefit is so amazing that only the act of mindful breathing can help us boost immunity without medicine or without any medical intervention. It is a gift again, ladies and gentlemen. It is a gift from God. It's in your spiritual journey, you will find that such a gift is amazing. It's amazing. When I usually meditate in the morning, I start out very very anxious, and as I go through the meditation process, the 20 minutes and maybe more in a few days time, I start to feel so relaxed and so in tune with what's in front of me, and just concentrating on, if I'm talking about parikrama, or if I'm talking about tatastu, and saying yes to everything. I'm so concentrated on that issue. Number 3, in terms of health benefits, it helps overcome addictions. Breathing in, breathing out, it's amazing. It's amazing that it can help you overcome addiction to coffee, addiction or caffeine, addiction to nicotine, addiction to drugs, alcohol, addiction even to social media. So again, mindful breathing is an amazing practice. Our number 4, it improves sleep. Amazing. And this is such an important health issue that we tend to forget that sleep is an essential and a very important part of our lives. I meet a lot of people these days, and they boast and they really are happy that they only sleep like 5 hours or 4 hours, and this is not good. And this is not good. I just met a friend yesterday, and she says, yes, I sleep very little, but I have a lot of work. Well, to my friend who's listening, and to all the people who are listening, sleeping less than 8 hours, starting from 9 in the evening or 10 in the evening, if you don't sleep at those times specifically, and it has been proven medically and scientifically, then you are ruining your immune system, your nervous system. You're ruining your life, because your body can only take so much abuse that one day you will find yourself collapsing, and one day you will find yourself in an issue where your health is deteriorating, and your health is becoming so bad. So mindfulness breathing helps you improve sleep. Sleep is really important. Also, did you ever notice that when you want to enter a meeting, and you have really like a real important presentation for top management, or for your MBA, or even if you are like myself, do you train people and corporates on a day-to-day basis? Mindful breathing for me really helps and improves my self-confidence. So I'm so confident that I can stand in front of people, that I can talk, and that I can be very engaging, that I can develop and transfer the knowledge that I have to others. Or even if you are in front of your management, if you take 3 deep mindful breaths before just starting, it gives you such a boost of self-confidence that it is so amazing. So next time when you're going into a meeting and you are a little bit anxious or nervous, try and mindfully breathe 3 deep breaths. Number 6, it increases self-awareness. Oh my God, it's so important. We still have this issue of being aware. We are either hung on the past or hung on the future, but we are not aware of what our presence, our present standings. We cannot acknowledge that we that in the presence that we are in. Mindful breathing really does help increase your self-awareness. It really focuses on your self-awareness. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, mindfulness breathing reduces stress and anxiety. It's so amazing. Stress and anxiety. These are just some of the benefits of mindful breathing I wanted to share with you. So remember that in your mindfulness journey, it only starts with your breath. It does not start that you're going to say, today I'm going to be mindful of everything. No. Next time, concentrate and focus on your breath. Even for 5 minutes a day, focus on your breath. See how mindful you are about it. The best way to practice mindfulness breathing is a practice we call in mindfulness the box breathing or the square breathing. Why? Because it looks like a square. The process itself is a square. So to practice mindfulness breathing, step 1, you inhale for 5 seconds. Okay, for the count of 5. So like this. And you hold for the count of 5. So you hold your breath for the count of 5 seconds. You can count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's holding. And then you exhale for another count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you hold at the end of the exhalation. You hold for another count of 5. You keep doing that. If you do this for at least 10 to 12 times a day after each other, not spread during the day, 10 times repetition or 12 times repetition, you will eventually find that your heart rate will slow down. You will eventually find yourself being very relaxed. You will eventually find yourself being more focused. One of the documentaries I was watching on National Geographic, it was they were talking about box breathing or square breathing, and it does really work. So I hope today's episode has helped you to understand more about your journey and to understand that mindful breathing is such an important issue. I would like you to today to start doing it and to try it 10-12 times a day and see how things go. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Hope you're safe. And until next week, stay in touch.